Greetings, learners. This video will go over week 5 and 6 because they go together, but you have 2 weeks, so you're paced yourself out here, but I'm just going to explain them because they do go together. So week 5 and 6 is focused on what I call learning beyond the book. So you have a textbook, but there's so many other ways to learn about history, culture, and society. So we're really focused on what are ways that teachers can teach these things beyond our book. So you're going to read chapter 5 and chapter 6, and then there's a Google Doc that you're going to use to compare chapter 5 and 6. So we're here in week 5, and this is the assignments to read chapter 5 and 6, and then you're going to make a copy of this chart, and that's going to help you compare chapter 5 and chapter 6. And that's actually the only assignment for week 5. You don't have to meet with your group until week 6 unless your group just decides they want to meet. The second task, which is technically part of week 6, is learning beyond the book resources. So there's a number of materials that I've shared with you. You're going to look through the materials and then reflect on your learning on a Padlet. Task 2 and 3 are inside of week 6. So here's the folder with all of the materials. And this is the You're going to press the plus sign, and then you're going to add information. Now, you can create an account and sign in if you want, but if you're not going to do that, then you need to make sure that you include your name in what you're writing. So you're going to write whatever you think. Okay, you can attach documents, pictures, links, images, all sorts of stuff, videos. Lots and things can be added to a Padlet, so you're going to add that. But again, the big key here is that you make sure that you have your name somewhere, okay? So make sure your name is on there. Then you're going to have a Slack discussion with your group. So after you've read the book, after you've reviewed the materials and post on Padlet, then you can have the discussion with your group. Your group decides when that's going to be. And the question you're going to talk about is, if money was no object, what beyond the book learning would you do and why? And this conversation is probably going to only be 10 to 15 minutes. I'm not looking for 30 minutes or an hour here. It's just a short conversation where you talk about what you've learned so far. And here are the details on the Slack discussion group. It says 30 minutes, but it doesn't have to be 30. Just some reminders on the discussion groups. It's supposed to be 30 minutes, but again, this is a shorter thing to talk about, so it might not be 30 minutes, and that's all right. My preference is to use Slack to have a chat. If you're going to go somewhere else, like Zoom, I'm going to need some sort of documentation that your group met, okay? All right, well, that's it for weeks 5 and 6. I will send out a follow-up email at the start of week 6, but if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll talk to you guys soon.